Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Democratic Chronicles. I am here with Keith Mandela of ICONNECT, representing the entirety of Africa for the expansion and perpetuation of global digital democracy within the ICON ecosystem. First and foremost, Keith, thank you so much for coming on the show. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Corey. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Pleasure's all mine. So why don't you give a little introduction about yourself, where you hail from? I know I said Africa already, but if you want to be more specific, and where your team hails from.
Cool. So my name is Keith Mandela. I am the head of research and strategy at ICONNECT. I am currently based in Nairobi, Kenya. ICONNECT is a team of professionals from the African continent. So we hail from different parts of Africa. We met together while working at the Africa Digital Assets Foundation, which is a consortium of blockchain businesses in Africa. The whole point of, we call it ADAF. So the whole point of ADAF was to allow businesses to transcend the challenges they were facing in terms of legal, technology, regulations, especially around the 2017 period. So when ADAF was formed, it brought together these blockchain businesses. So one of the big challenges that we identified was that value was siloed between different industries, between different continents, between different countries. So we were looking for something that could merge these different sections together. So ICON offered that because ICON's mission is to hyperconnect. So ICON allowed the various protocols, the public and private blockchains to be brought together. And that's what we were looking for. So really our candidature is for the whole continent. We believe that we can offer solutions that will serve the continent and the globe in entirety. So that's why we are on ICON.
I can't thank you enough for that statement, and I think you guys embody the notion of what ICON is trying to do in regards to perpetuation and expansion. The reason why I say that is this: Africa is a massive continent, and for all of your team members, including yourself, to be able to congregate and consolidate and create a PREP team that represents the entirety of Africa is quite a feat. It's quite an achievement. Not to mention when you bring up the fact that you already have experience with different blockchain-based companies in such an infancy in this space shows a lot of your team's expertise, because cryptocurrency, realistically speaking, has been around for what, only 10 years now? And for you guys, the experience with different blockchain-based asset companies is quite impressive. So I'm really excited to see what you're bringing to the table with ICON. I really am, man. You guys really do embody the hyperconnect the world part of ICON. Yeah, you're very welcome. So I know you said, I know you started speaking about why you became a PREP candidate. ICONNECT became a PREP candidate. Do you want to go into that a little bit more specific? Like or something like that? Sure.
Yeah, so I think I'll probably give a brief on what we have given in our proposal. I might not be able to cover the whole proposal. I encourage ICONists to check out our proposal, but I'll focus on a few areas. So we like to break things down. We like to be structured. So we are focusing on 4 elements. We're focusing on education and awareness, on technology, on governance, and then on partnerships, which we sometimes call consultancy. So in terms of education, we are working through 3 sections. So we are doing ICON Go, which is our weekly newsletter. We will be doing an ICON Africa meetup. This we will do after mainnet launch. And then we have the ICON Africa Developer Program, which we will begin from next year. And we hope that this will open up into a DApp development program. In terms of technology, the first thing we propose is offering standards and proof of concept for government, civil groups, and blockchain companies. So this, I think I will talk a little more probably in a bit. And then we will be offering tools. And for this, I think it's best that we converse about tools when we have something on the table. So I won't dwell much on that. And then we are hoping to offer a crypto-based stablecoin, a decentralized stablecoin. And for this, we are looking forward to the smart contract, the stablecoin smart contract. by ICON. We really look forward to that. In terms of governance, we think any peer rep candidate ought to participate in governance. So we will be participating and we will be offering proposals on the same. And finally, in terms of partnerships, we think that besides the partnerships within the ecosystem to grow it, we also ought to incorporate international bodies, for example. So on this one, we have a massive target. We hope to bring on board the African Union at the least to be a partner on ICON. I think this will be a great achievement. Yeah, so we are working on such partnerships as we go forward. I think probably to mention why we think all this, we are able to achieve all this. One, we have varied and vast experience. Of all the team members on our team, I don't think we have any two people who share the same experience. Sam, for example, is an architect and VR and augmented reality expert. Melina is a computer forensics expert. She'll be handling our partnerships. We have Kiari who's doing our dev work. And at the end, everyone brings in unique experience to the team. And then beyond that, I think we are focused, considering that there are very few peer rep candidates from Africa with special mention to ICON Nexus. We think that we hold the responsibility of a whole continent, and with such responsibility, we ought to deliver. So it's great motivation for us to offer our best and to grow the ecosystem. Yeah.
I think that's incredible. I want to touch on three things that you brought up that really stuck out to me personally. The first thing is education. I think the focal component of a project success is the ability to be able to educate the people who are actually involved, not only in investing, but in development, but in communal expansion, numerous different things that embody and perpetuate an ecosystem. So I think it's very crucial that we have peer rep candidates that are focused on education, because if we don't have a foundation of education and knowledge acquisition in this, not even just ICON, just in cryptocurrency in general, we really don't have, the ticket to mass adoption. The second thing I want to point out is the stablecoin. I think that's an incredible idea. I think it's incredibly necessary. I think that stablecoins, though they've had their controversy in the past, they have massive amounts of reliability, and I believe that will bring people towards the ICON ecosystem because of the lack of volatility. I think a lot of people are trepidatious from getting into this space because of the massive volatility that they see and they is observed. So that's another thing I think is an incredible thing you guys are doing. And the third thing that I think that blew my mind, what you said about the African Union. That would be incredible. That would be something that I would like, I can't begin to describe how incredible that would be, because that's, when you're talking about connecting the world, you need to have an amalgamation of different countries that support that, because you can hyperconnect the world without nations, but it's a lot more difficult to do so. And when you have a congregation of nations together, unified in agreement for technology, that allows it to expand a lot faster.
True.
And I can't believe what you just said. That's incredible, man. I really can't wait to see ICONNECT deliver. I really am excited. I really am.
We think it's not an easy feat, but we are going to give our best for that.
Absolutely. Nothing good ever comes easy.
True.
So I know you wanted to discuss a little bit about your candidate proposal. Do you want to talk about that a little bit more in depth, if you'd like?
Yeah, I think besides what we've talked about, I think maybe I would go into what we've achieved so far within our proposal, if that works.
Yep, that works.
So, good. So before that, then I think our experience working on ICON has been amazing so far. The foundation is very supportive. We've worked with Stephanie very well. Working with other peer rep candidates has been beautiful. Probably special mention to Radio Friendly of ICON Nation. We've done quite a bit together. Really good job. We're hoping to create partnerships with other similarly oriented peer rep candidates. So we think that the best thing for ICON is to create synergy among pre-rep candidates. So, for example, Rhizome and Ubic are doing a good job with content creation alongside ICON Nation. And we hope to create partnerships that offer synergy into the ecosystem. So we do the ICON Go. So when we began, it was a weekly release, but then we started expanding it beyond just being the weekly release. So we've done, I think, two segments so far of what we call the ICON Spotlight, where we focus on other projects and what someone else is doing in the ecosystem that's impressive. And we will be doing this with greater frequency going forward. The ICON Go has 12 releases so far, and we hope that we will keep doing it every week into the future. We hope to open it up to have other segments, for example, to cover technology. So we will have different names for the different segments. We said in our proposal that we'd participate in the testnet. We are currently on the testnet, and we've gained a vast amount of experience from that. We've participated in other chains, and working on ICON has been unique. It's been a unique experience. So we hope that we will be ready for mainnet launch. We are excited about that. And then we also offer in our proposal to release standards and proof of concept. So we are doing this in collaboration with the Africa Digital Access Foundation, for which I am community manager. Right now, our focus is on decentralized identity standards, and we shall be offering a standard soon. We are currently working on it. Probably in a few weeks, we will be issuing this standard. And we hope to keep giving what we say we will offer in our proposal. We hope to keep getting it coming. We hope that our word will be, you can take our word to the bank. So, yeah.
That's amazing. One thing I've realized about ICONNECT that stands out in the crowd is that I feel like maybe not all, but most P-reps have chosen a particular path in which to walk. They've either chosen to emphasize content creation or technical development. It seems like ICONNECT has amalgamated the two very successfully, with the ability to have technical expertise, blockchain expertise, governmental expertise, and technological innovation in regards to expertise, which is pretty incredible. And also, when you create content, an immense amount of it, it really, how can I explain it? It shows not only technical passion, but for the passion that the company and the vision is going to create. And I am completely blown away by your proposal. I am completely blown away by the connections, the influences, the experience, the expertise. And I really am looking forward to seeing ICONNECT flourish. I hope you guys get elected. I really do, because I see the hard work you guys are putting in. I see the consolidation. I believe Africa is the second largest continent, and you guys are congregating together, creating and then planning ICON meetups. I think I brought this up in a previous podcast where the notion of formality is so important. I mean, you can talk on Telegram or Twitter or Facebook, but you never really understand someone's passion or intent unless you meet them face to face, and it's easier to collaborate. And when you bring people together under one banner, one cause, it really perpetuates the expansion of an ecosystem. So that would be incredible to see, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really am, man.
Thank you. Actually, now that you mention that, Melina is putting together a really nice meetup, hopefully between September and November, that will bring together many players in the industry. Most likely the meetup will be in South Africa, and we really look forward to that. I think you have a good point that sometimes we need to go beyond the social media and the conversations online and actually sit and meet and share ideas and grow the ecosystem.
Absolutely. I read a quote once, I think it was by Confucius. He said that two men exchanged $1 and they both have $1. Two men exchanged ideas, now they both have two ideas. And that's what that can perpetuate. And that, those amalgamations of ideas can breed a stronger ecosystem with stronger candidates and collaboration amongst different incumbents. That's something you don't even see frequently in the contemporary political system we have today in regards to actual governance opposed to e-governance, where e-governance, it seems like digitized democracy brings about more equity because there's more collaboration and there's less emphasis on personal gain.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to see collaboration even among peer rep candidates going forward. You have a good point. The more we collaborate, the better the ecosystem grows.
Absolutely, and I know that you wanted to discuss, which you've already done, the activities behind ICONNECT, what you guys been doing regarding ICON-Go and orchestrating meetups. Would you like to go into that more in depth?
So probably just, I've mentioned quite a bit about that, so I'll probably just add a bit. Sure. I think when we joined ICON, we did not think that we would be able to meet such interesting people and be able to achieve what we have so far. We think that we have the capacity to do a lot more, but when you think about the ecosystem, there's milestones that have to be achieved to allow for other things to grow. So for example, I think mainnet launch is one thing that it's a big hallmark, like it's a big stepping stone. Thereafter, I think we will have a lot of space to do much more. But even before then, we began with the ICON Go, and then the ecosystem was just starting out. The peer rep candidates were few. But going forward, I think we've seen more people join, creating content, and our content creation became smoother. There was a lot more happening in the ecosystem. There was a lot more to cover. So these days, we've gotten to the point where we pick the top of the week rather than giving all this information. When it comes to the testnet, I remember when we began, there was 1 or 2 times when nodes were falling out, but I think that's been a good experience even for the ICON Foundation because it allows for identification of bugs and stuff like that. So our experience is growing as we go forward, and as we go forward, we get better strength to do more. So I think probably that's what I'd add. Yeah.
No, that's fantastic, man. Your team seems very ambitious. Your team seems to have a lot of connections, a lot of technical expertise. I'm really excited to see ICONNECT flourish. Like I said before, I hope you guys get elected. And when I put this up later, I'm going to request different links from you regarding candidate proposal, main blog, or main websites, whatever you want on the podcast. I'd be happy to put in because I really want to promote, because your ICONNECT really has a strong proposal, a strong team, strong passion, and the ability through influence and experience and connections to bring about the conception of many things, if not all, the things on your proposal. So I can't thank you enough for speaking with me today. I really am very excited to see the future of ICONNECT and the perpetuation of ICON Go and the numerous other other proposals and things that you've discussed, especially the African Union one. That one's got me very excited. That's pretty incredible, man. That's really incredible. No problem, man. And just to also bring up what you said before about having connections to the blockchain space, it's such a blockchain digital asset companies in Africa in such a short period of time since cryptocurrency's conception it would be very advantageous, your guys' expertise through that experience, to perpetuate that into the ICON ecosystem.
Probably you mentioned things and it strikes my mind. I think one of the beautiful things about ICON is allowing different blockchains to be connected. And the beautiful thing with the work that we are doing is that as much as these blockchain companies may be working on different protocols, on different things, ICON will come between all of this. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about ICON. And we hope that we can allow the connection to create value, not only for the continent, but for the entire world.
Absolutely. I remember when I first got into ICON, or first heard about it per se, I forgot who said this quote, but he said, ICON is a cryptocurrency protocol that allows other blockchains to talk and whisper to one another, which I find incredible, because the interoperability space in regards to cryptocurrency is still in its infancy. People like you know how to perpetuate its expansion. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything you guys are planning to do. And I can't thank you enough for coming on the podcast today. Everybody give it up to Keith Mandela of ICONNECT.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to it, man. I'm very excited for the things that you've told me today. And I'm looking forward to future collaborations with you. I really am excited for ICONNECT, man.
We are excited. I think this is a beautiful time to be alive.
Indeed. I agree 100%, man. So Thank you so much, Mr. Mandela of ICONNECT. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. We got to do this again.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. It's been really nice. It's always nice talking to you. We appreciate the opportunity to share what we think and what we intend to do for the ecosystem. I really appreciate it, Coyle. Thank you.
No problem, Mr. Mandela. You have a great rest of your day, okay?
Have a lovely day too.
You too,
Bye-bye.
man. Thank you.